Hello all and welcome to Defy Gravity. So what is Defy Gravity? Let's have a look, shall we? Option wise, you don't get a lot. That's basically it. I think you can use it. Oh yes, you can use the Xbox controller with this. Not really recommended, which we'll talk about that and as for why shortly. So let's just start a new game. So as you can see from the beginning is a little bit just a tutorial type thing. So the mechanic is you have a gravity gun and you can fire gravity wells that attract you and anti-gravity wells that repel you. You also have a little gravity shield. Oh, we don't get it yet because it's not introduced it. So here's my first argument with the controls. Actually, this is my biggest argument with the game full stop, is the controls. As you see, you have a crosshairs. Now normally you would expect wherever you put it and fire. So if I click, no, it doesn't do that. You actually have to hold and then release where you want it to go. Now that, as you'll see in later levels, can be quite frustrating. I mean, sometimes this double jump is, sometimes it seems to kick on its own, sometimes it doesn't when you want it to. You can be a bit floaty as well, the controls in this game, which is not good bearing in mind how absolutely challenging this game actually is. I mean, it is very challenging. See there's my gravity shield. It allows me to be unaffected by gravity. So that is definitely the first biggest issue with this game. The second is this is hardcore. This is absolutely rock hard game. It pretty much throws you in from the off. It does lead to some quite varied gameplay though. Oops, I meant to kill the shield there. And this one here, you've got to be a bit careful. The gold ones can kill you. That was a terrible place to put them. Oh, I got away with that. So yes, this is very much in the hardcore challenging platformers. But as I said, there's not a lot of leeway for mistakes in this game. It is very much a demanding hardcore platformer. It has quite a few varied types of levels as well. Later on you'll have like barriers that follow you across the screen that can giving you a sort of little mini time limit. And then there'll be times when your gravity shield will be stuck on and you have to use the props around the level to get through. That would be my second biggest argument. The game doesn't really ramp up very well. It pretty much dives in and scales up hard rapidly. I should put that there. You can have one of each type of shield up at a time, you see. That's the problem. So that's the other good thing. If I just kill myself now, at least early on in the game, you see the checkpoints are pretty generous. But not too long from here on in, you'll get maybe one checkpoint a level, and some levels are very complex. You have to be so precise where you put your gravity wells, where you put your anti-gravity wells, where you time your jumps. See there, probably, oh no, I've got away with that. That was a silly thing to do. Right, left myself underneath it, so if you hit things from underneath they kill you, but if you land on top of them you're fine. So yes, this game can get very challenging very fast. As I say, sometimes it's for the wrong reasons because the controls are a little bit sloppy. But the best part of the game is it costs 80p. That's all it costs, so it's you know, for 80p you can't perhaps complain too much. So now I didn't really want to double jump, and somehow it did double jump. And you say you only get 3 gravity wells per time. I'll let them go out of the way and then I'll go for it. Well, and that was silly, I forgot about that. Quick, into the gravity. Oh no, I'm going to stuff it up. Oh, that again is just because of how sometimes cumbersome these controls are. They're not precise enough. And that's what I was saying, you do not want to try this with the Xbox controller. I did give it a go and Oh, terrible. You do need the mouse and keyboard precision for this. I think we'll probably conclude our dealings here. You've kind of seen everything the game has to offer now. I say it doesn't scale up very well. This is pretty much every level. It's got quite a few challenges, and some levels will be very busy that require a lot of precision. So a lot of the time you will die multiple times, just sometimes because by blind luck you just released your mouse a little bit too early, or you left it a little bit too long and you can't make the jumps in time with the different items flying around. So really it comes down to what kind of gamer are you. If you love hardcore jumping puzzles, Super Meat Boy style sort of thing, you absolutely need this game. It should be in your collection, especially for 80p. However, if you do not like super challenging games, you want to give this a mile wide berth, because you will not have fun here. This is, say, it's very unforgiving, there's no hand holding, and the controls are at best. So I wouldn't disagree. I mean, if they did just do a little update to sharpen some of the controls. I mean, the fact you can only have up to 3 gravity wells before you need to reload by landing on things. I don't see what that mechanic adds to the game. Why can't I have 10, 20 or whatever I need? As I say, later on when you've only got a few checkpoints on, or maybe one checkpoint on a level, you will have to do some majorly complex jumps in a go, and then another puzzle with loads of majorly complex jumps in a go. So yeah, sometimes it's equal part frustrating, equal part challenging. I've got my 80p worth out of it. I've enjoyed it. So yes, I think we'll conclude our dealings here. Decent pixel art graphics, if not outstanding. Sometimes come with some controls. Very challenging gameplay. Quite a lot of it. I mean, I've played for quite a while now, and I don't know how many levels you're going to get, but it seems to be quite a few. I certainly haven't completed it. Not by a long shot. So yes, I suppose the only big issue would be replayability. Once you've solved them, would you go back and do them again? That's up to you, I suppose. So anyway, all, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let me know you're live. And I shall see you all next time. Bye now.